Coming to you live from the tropical state of Florida in the United States. What does that mean? I don't know. We like separation, don't we? Hey, it's Landria here. We're going to talk about a cosmic message. I'm going to share one from a very high being that I personally spoke with that gave me a very important message and basically reminded me of why I came here. And I'm going to remind you, we have a very important cosmic message that is critical right now. So if you don't already know this, it's time for you to hear the cosmic message. Yep, to the Great Awakening, whatever you want to call it. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. I went for a walk. I told you, I go for a walk, I get all these ideas, and I'm like, I have my little recorder here, I'm like, ow, 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 ow. I get downloads, and so that's why nature is so important. It's very important for you to break away from the usual routines that you're in and just start to listen to that voice, that inner voice. It doesn't have to be, you must write a book, you know, whatever it is, like, oh, what? Now, you are actually going to hear more in your head, because when you're connected to the quantum field on a higher level, you start to access everything that's there. In fact, you can hear, okay, I gotta get some sleep. All right, so I have a cosmic message for you. No, I didn't have a glass of wine or coffee. You know, there are messages that we get all the time, and a lot of you are feeling like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Some of you have a clear picture, some of you have been connected and get clear messages, and that's really great. But what about the majority of people who are like, yeah, waiting, got nothing to say? Okay, well, we're waiting for, like I said, some material thing or a message, and you're getting them all the time. You're getting signs, okay. So about, it was probably at least 10 years ago, I was an investment banker, and I, you know, was like, I need to get out of this because I'm not in alignment with it. You know, I was doing some really cool stuff and, you know, in the spiritual realms, but I realized you cannot go to a world that doesn't resonate with, you know, your spiritual side. There's no side. You either are or you aren't. It's like awaken. You can't be sort of awakened. You know, you can go into different states of awakening, but once you go there, you know what it is. You know what you should and shouldn't be doing in order to go into that great awakening. So let me share with you the message that I got that was so profound that it brought me to tears. So when I was in my awakened state and trying to figure out what I was going to do, I was in the financial industry. Where do you go from there? I was in there for over 20 years. I'm a writer. I mean, okay, yeah, most writers don't make a living off of doing that. But I really didn't have that clear-cut direction, but I knew that it wasn't what I was currently doing. Well, I had a dream, and I want to share this with you because dreams are very profound places for you to get answers for one reason. You drop your ideas of the material world there. You can fly. You can be somebody completely different. You can go to different planets, right? We do it all the time. And we're not going, whoa, wait. You know, we don't do that in the dream state. We're like going, okay, you're just doing it, right? You drop that density that allows you to go into that space, which is real. These are real things. You actually are doing this. Your spirit doesn't need sleep. Your body does. So when your body gets some rest, because it's dense, your spirit's like, let's go to another planet or another country, or, you know, let's visit my grandma who's been dead for how many years, right? So this is real stuff. Pay attention to it, and you can actually set yourself up to go into these cosmic spaces and get some answers. Well, I go to this amazing, gorgeous, and it's one of those dreams where you're going, okay, this is beyond a dream. This is something else, right? So I'm in this beautiful Roman-like city, and they have pathways that have water surrounding them, and it's all lit up. And so like the pathway would be like here and the pools of water around. It was just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And beautiful cities, where they had obviously, libraries and columns and all. It was beautiful. And I was getting ready to go into a building where I was going to request certain things. And we were getting prepared to go in there. We were splashing water on ourselves, and we were going to go in and, sort of communicate with whatever. I won't go into the details of that because it's not important to the story. But before I went into the building to, participate in this little ceremony that was going to determine my future, by the way, a gorgeous guy in a robe. They're always in a robe. Why? Because it's really comfortable and it's just a really cool way to dress. And he is with me, and he said, are you ready? And I said, yeah. He said, okay, but before you go in, I have one question for you. I said, sure. Ask me anything, gorgeous. And he said, why did you come down here to be with us? Now, some of you have heard me talk about this. First of all, I was very well aware that he was a high-level master of some kind. It wasn't Christ, but he was up there. And I knew that he was appearing as this gorgeous guy because usually I see him and another male light with a female light. I have 3 of them, 2 males and 1 female that's smaller. They always appear as just light beings. I've never seen what they look like because that's an illusion. They just do that for us. But he appeared as this guy, and I said, why did I come down here to be with us? Be with you? I mean, what? Like, what am I, an alien? I came down in a craft? Maybe. It's possible, right? Why did you come down here to be with us? Don't you think that's a weird question? Then I touched his robe, and he turned me around. And on this hillside, I'm going to share something with you that this could be like, whoa, we just went into another totally different dimension way of thinking. I saw this hillside of millions of people just walking, not paying any attention to us. And when I touched his robe, I had the most profound, unconditional love for these people that I didn't know. Just beyond love. Love doesn't describe the feeling that I had. And I realized I was experiencing what he feels for these unknown people. And that I had a mission. And I thought, damn it, I almost got away. I almost had a clean getaway. He had to remind me. He was reminding me. Now, so he didn't tell me, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. He reminded me. So what's happening right now, and I want to explain what that dream means further. This is my interpretation. I believe that other world that I visited was a reflection of the frequency that's going on here in the material world. So there were people who were awake and walking around, going into, these beautiful buildings in this amazing space, and there are millions that were just wandering around. And I believe that they are on a lower frequency. They haven't awakened yet. And that it was a reflection of what's going on here. So I think there are spaces out in the quantum field, the etheric space out there, that is a reflection of our frequencies. So I was seeing an example of the frequency that's happening on the planet. Even though I was on, in some other space, it was still a reflection of a frequency that's affecting the entire universe and beyond. And I was seeing that, and it was a demonstration. He was showing me these people are still wandering around. They're not here in the beautiful kingdom, with the lights and the whatever pathways and that. They're off here, and they don't even know this exists. They didn't even know we were standing there. And so I realized he was reminding me of why I came here. And when I woke up, I went, oh, great, now I have to get to work. I quit investment banking And here I am talking to you, and I would have never in a million years thought that I would be sitting here talking about this kind of stuff. Investment banker, you know, my colleagues would be going, get the net out. But you know what they're saying when they see me? Wow, that's so cool. How did you get out? How did you escape? I'm really into that. Or they're into meditation, all this other stuff. They just don't feel like they can talk about it. You can talk, so you can start talking about it. So I want to remind you why you came here. Why did you come down here to be with us? Now maybe you're not like me. Maybe I am from some other existence and I decided to come down to planet Earth that's sort of outside my realms. I have a pretty good feeling that's the case because I have some very strong memories of not being on this planet and being somewhere else, which was actually more troubling in some ways than this was. So obviously I took on a task. You did too. You didn't just come here and then there's, you know, people who come and teach and guide and what. No, you came here just like everybody else. You made a choice to come here purposefully. And so that means you have a mission too. So why did you come down here to be with us? What's your mission? You ready to get busy? I'm reminding you. It's a cosmic message critical to the new earth. Critical to the Great Awakening, which takes us into a new earth. What's a new earth? It's not, we're not leaving it, it's the new earth. It's the transition of the frequency of this planet, this illusion. We play out the illusion. We don't leave the illusion. We play it on a higher frequency. That's the new earth. So people, I know Dolores Cannon, she never really could answer those questions. She really didn't know. What is it? She saw a separation. But that wasn't a physical separation. That represented just the separation of the frequencies, and your world's going to look different than somebody else's, even though you're on the same planet. So the cosmic question, why did you come down here to be with us? I'm reminding you. Do you remember? It's to take your frequency up into that non-separation, oneness of which we come from, to transform the planet. It is a big event here. It's happening right now. Not everyone's going to go along with it, and they won't even know. And that's where people think that, you know, we go to different spaces. Yes, different frequencies. You'll be in a different existence. You will function in a world that looks very different than somebody else's, yet you will be still here. You'll have abilities that are, you know, much more advanced, and your body's going to change. Your DNA, it's already changing for people. There's a lot of proof to these things. This is not just woo-woo stuff we talk about anymore. You know, scientists are finding out some really astounding things about how our bodies are changing. Now, you have a mission. You are very important, and don't think that you, little old you, you're not. You are. You're important to me. I love you. You are me. You and I are the same source expressing itself in just different adventures. And we're playing this out. Isn't it fun? Yeah. No? Not fun? Okay. Start having fun. Free videos. Start an online business if you want to get out like I did, out of whatever you're doing that's not congruent with your spiritual being. Then it's time to make some decisions. And they may seem like tough ones. I guarantee you, once you break through fear, you're going to say, why did I hold? Why did I wait? Why did I wait to leave that abusive relationship? Oh, it's for the kids. That's a story you tell yourself. It's not for the kids. You're in fear, right? You think you don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what, you can create anything, anything, anything. Yeah, you are the universe. Yep, playing out a role. Imagine what you could do with it. Start. Get busy. As my internet training students, I coach internet training. They say, one of the students, she goes, I wrote it down. Get busy, girl. Get busy. You ready to do that? I'm counting on you. You are whole and perfect. Oh, please subscribe and share these. Please share these. You're sharing the good word. Don't force it on somebody. Just say, hey, this might be of interest, or post it, let people watch. If they're not into it, cool. Cool. We're not here to judge that. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. I think I'm cooled off now. Maybe I will go have that glass of wine. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.
Be sure to check out my book, Break Through Fear, Your Spiritual Butt Kick, on Amazon. It will blow your mind. It talks about exactly how all of this works. You can find that link in the description.